Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Lemoncookie Classic. Happy New Year, everybody. I hope everyone enjoyed Wrestle Kingdom 13. I definitely did. And you might be wondering why it took so long for me to release a new episode of this tournament, of this Let's Play series. The answer is quite simple. I spilled cold beer over my laptop, which caused quite some technical issues. I hope the laptop will work now. I can release videos in a more frequent manner. And yeah, I'm going on with 4 matches in this episode. You can already see the first match of the night as WWE Hall of Famer Ricky the Dragon Steamboat fights Bobby Fish, representing the Undisputed Era. In our second match, we will see 2 submission specialists go at it as the world's most dangerous man, Ken Shamrock, fights Alberto Del Rio. In our third match, 2 former WWE champions face each other as the modern-day Maharaja, Jinder Mahal, faces The Miz, the A-lister, the Marine himself. And in our main event, maybe the biggest styles clash in pro wrestling history, maybe the match I was most genuinely excited for in this first round, Yes Movement versus Hulkamania, Daniel Bryan versus Hulk Hogan. Now that's gonna be awesome. I cannot wait for that match. But let's start the action with the Dragon and the Fish. Let's get it on. Be careful not to spill yet another beer on my computer. As we await the action, you can see referee Charles Robinson is calling this match, as referee Earl Hebner got busted wide open, got injured in our last match between Triple H and Rey Mysterio. He's out for this episode, but gets replaced by Little Nate Charles Robinson. Keep in mind, 15-minute time limit as usual, which caused quite some issues for some wrestlers in the previous episodes, but the Dragon is wasting no time here, going for a quick cover on Bobby Fish, hitting his vintage arm drag, but gets kneed to the midsection and answers with a bitch slap on Bobby Fish. The Dragon is dominating early on with another body slam. And now Fish going for a suplex and hits it. Wolfman trying get the upper hand here, and knife edge chops in the corner. 3, 4 chops to the chest of Bobby Fish, and another cover. Nice sense of urgency displayed here by the Dragon. He does not want to lose via time limit draw. He's covering the Fish every few seconds. Maybe a little bit too early. Maybe he should focus on causing more damage than wasting time by covering, but whatever strategy he plays, I'm sure he has a game plan. Hitting another arm drag and a stiff elbow to the back of the head. And now Becky Lynch style disarm her, as it is called in the women's division. But Bobby Fish not tapping out yet, hitting a stiff forearm to the face of the Dragon. Bobby Fish is having problems early on in a chop to the head by Ricky Steamboat, who is dominating this match with elbows and a Boston Crab now. Various submission moves here used by the WWE Hall of Famer, former Intercontinental Champion, and a few desperate shots, punches to the face by Bobby Fish, who is still struggling and gets front slam to the ground, and the Dragon goes to the top rope. The Dragon and hitting an elbow from the top rope and going back to the top rope and hitting a big splash to the back of Bobby Fish. The Dragon is flying here. The Dragon is flying, but a stiff knee one more time to the midsection, and what a back punch to the face, and he's flying crossbody, and the cover. And almost a 3 count. I was losing my mind here, not knowing what to say. The Dragon's making me speechless with all these top rope moves here, slap to the back, runs to the ropes, but Bobby Fish getting back to his feet and punching him in the face. The Fish needs it. Oh, 3. Palm slaps to the head, a knee drop by Ricky Steamboat. 6.5 minutes have passed here. Front face lock, elbow, and another knee to the back. The Dragon completely dominating this match and hitting a bulldog as Bobby Fish tried to go for a belly-to-back suplex. One more time, elbow to the back, and he has time to taunt the crowd. A takedown by Fish, who is unable to find a rhythm here. And now working the arm, trying to find some way in this match. We are halfway through when you look at the clock. 7.5 minutes have passed, and what a lariat by Ricky Steamboat. And what now? Oh, Bobby Fish able to escape whatever the Dragon was planning there. Bobby Fish keeps on hitting these painful knees to the midsection, and a swinging neck breaker by Ricky Steamboat. Cover after that takedown, but not even a 2 count. Bobby Fish has not hurt the Dragon very much in this match so far. And now gorebuster by Bobby Fish. Another cover, and not even a 2 count. Not so easy, Bobby. I have to note that the other members of the Undisputed are not at ringside. Adam Cole, Roderick Strong, Kyle O'Reilly. We will see all of them later in this tournament. As the Dragon hits another swinging neck breaker and an elbow drop for good measure. We are close to the 10-minute mark, and an armbar. Armbar by Bobby Fish. He worked the arm early on. Maybe he will try to focus on that, but he's not. He does not have much time left. 4.5 minutes to go before we will see yet another time limit draw. We do not want to see that dropkick by Ricky Steamboat, who is clearly in control of this match. And another gourd buster by Bobby Fish, who's going for the cover, but he should cause more damage first before he covers him. The Dragon with more elbows and a knee drop. It's not the technical masterpiece I expected, but a stiff and interesting wrestling match. Snap suplex by Bobby Fish. 11.5 minutes have passed. Bobby Fish keeps on working the arm and keeps on hitting suplexes, but the Dragon slips out and hits that big elbow to the side of the head of Bobby Fish, almost knocking him unconscious. Third or fourth swinging neck breaker. Fish is not quitting already. Whips into the corner and keeps on hitting these knees to the midsection. Now drags Ricky Steamboat to the center of the ring. Kicks him in the gut, but back and chop to the head by Dragon. An armbar. And you have to look at the clock. Time is running out, gentlemen. You have to go for a cover. Snap suplex by Bobby Fish. 90 seconds left. Will we see 2 more eliminations via time limit draw? Everything looks like it. They're not wrestling as if they are aware of that big knee and a cover, but the Dragon able to grab the bottom rope. Chops Bobby Fish, drags him to the center of the ring. And another chop, almost taking his head off. Elbow drop. You only have 30 seconds left. Guys, you gotta do something. You gotta do something. 20 seconds left. Go for a cover and a roundhouse kick by Bobby Fish. And he goes for the cover. Maybe this is it. Maybe this is it. No, the Dragon kicks out. But that makes no difference. The Dragon's still eliminated. And he takes Bobby Fish with him. Bobby Fish and Ricky the Dragon Steamboat wrestle to a 15-minute time limit draw. The result that nobody wanted to see. Really, nobody wanted to see that. Bobby Fish and Ricky the Dragon Steamboat both eliminated from the tournament. 76% match evaluation. It was not the match I expected. This was a disappointing match. You have to admit, everybody expected more out of these two. They wrestled a weird match, and rightfully so, there is no winner. Let's see what the next match will bring. These two guys at the bottom of the list. The world's most dangerous man, Ken Shamrock. He joins an elite group of other MMA fighters, MMA experienced fighters in this tournament, like Matt Riddle or Brock Lesnar, who will face each other in a later episode. Alberto Del Rio also, some martial arts skills on his side, also a submission expert, Mexico's greatest export, fights Ken Shamrock in our second match, and this could be a very, very interesting match. I guarantee you these two guys will not wrestle to a time limit draw. They will try to end it early on in martial arts fashion, I expect, especially from Ken Shamrock. As he goes for a front face lock and a knee to the midsection early on. We'll see a lot of submission moves in this match. Can't wait to see it. He slams, punches, and knees by Ken Shamrock. And a belly-to-belly suplex. As Shamrock has control early, and a takedown. And Del Rio counters into the cross arm breaker. That's his finishing maneuver, his first match. His first move in the match was already his finishing move. And he goes back to the arm, but Ken Shamrock reverses it. What a move. Ken Shamrock got locked in the armbar already, but able to escape. Arm drag and a rear naked choke. Counter after counter here already in the first 2 minutes. Rear naked choke, tried to choke out Del Rio. And now going for that front face lock choke. Del Rio with a punch to the ribcage of Ken Shamrock. Dropkick misses. Del Rio drags him to the center of the ring, but Ken Shamrock able to get back on his feet. Body slam by Mr. Alberto Del Rio. And another takedown, and he goes to the mounted position and goes for an ankle lock. Ankle lock, he wraps his own legs around the variation of the ankle lock. Oh, this match is turning out to be just what I expected. Elbow to the back by Del Rio. 3 minutes have passed. And another front face lock choke by Shamrock. But Del Rio easily able to escape. Now working the leg, kicking the knee of Ken Shamrock here. Another takedown by Del Shamrock, who tries to go into the mud position. Now he's choking Del Rio, but Del Rio able to grab the rope. In MMA fashion, Shamrock always goes to that mount position. I always thought he wants to punch him in the face, but he tried various submission moves. And now working with kicks and knees to various body parts, injuring a variation of body parts here. Knife edge chop by Del Rio. Both men punching and kicking and focusing on submission as you expected. Another chop. 5 minutes have passed, and a stiff forearm to the face by the world's most dangerous man. And now, what I expected earlier on, he punches into the face in the mount position, and he had 5 seconds, but Del Rio able to escape after just 1 second. But Shamrock was able to land some very brutal shots to the face of Del Rio. And now back to it. He punches him and punches him and punches him. He should be careful not to get disqualified. But Del Rio, you can say about him whatever you want, but Alberto Del Rio, he's tough as nails. And now he's stretching Ken Shamrock out, but Shamrock able to grab the rope. You don't have a rope break in an octagon, but you have it in WWE and on LTV in the Lemoncookie Classic. This is different environment here than MMA fighters are normally used, but this is a very MMA style wrestling match here. Front drop kick by Del Rio as 7 minutes have passed. Neither man has a clear advantage here as Shamrock keeps on hitting those very brutal shots to the face of Mexico's greatest export. And now back to simple punching. His lights out referee Charles Robinson with a 3 count this time. And oh no! Oh, I just wanted to say that I thought Del Rio was getting closer to getting knocked out here, but now he hit a very brutal shot to Shamrock's face as well. Don't rule Alberto Del Rio out. This man can win the tournament. He's a former champion. He has the credentials, he has the background, but he gets suplexed here. And Shamrock, also a former King of the Ring winner. He knows what it is like to win a big tournament. He defeated The Rock at the King of the Ring 1998 in the finals. Shoulder blocks by Del Rio. And a knockout. He knocked him out with the left hand. And now the ankle lock. The ankle lock. No, I thought Del Rio was unconscious, but he is still... His lights did not get turned out, but he was locked in the ankle lock. 5.5 minutes to go. This will not be a time limit draw. And I guarantee you, and Shamrock rolls over into a heel hook. Del Rio able to grab the rope, and now stretching out. Shamrock with that surfboard one more time. And now hitting a buster suplex. And now working the arm. And that variation of Shamrock escapes that hold as he gets suplexed. Yet again, Del Rio going to the top rope and hitting a big splash. Now he misses. Shamrock was able to roll out of the way in the last second. Now dragging him to the center and locking in the ankle lock. Ankle lock. Ankle lock. Will he break his ankle? Del Rio, no. Del Rio's not tapping. Del Rio is not tapping. Rear naked choke. Rear naked choke. He tries to choke out Del Rio here. But Del Rio, this man is so incredibly tough. He keeps on escaping. Northern Light suplex. But a rope break one more time. Great ring presence. And what the hell is going on here? Cross arm breaker by Shamrock. Cross arm breaker. But Del Rio, he's so close to the ropes all the time. And now he just throws Shamrock out of the ring to get time to catch his breath. Shamrock also catching his breath on the outside. But don't waste any more time. Oh, kick to the leg, and Del Rio's just collapsing. Del Rio's just collapsing. Belly to back suplex. And a leg lock by Shamrock. Will Del Rio tap out or pass out? He just quit. Ken Shamrock wins the match in 12 minutes and 45 seconds. I was a bit afraid that this would also go to a time limit draw. Ken Shamrock able to defeat Alberto Del Rio in less than 13 minutes with the Achilles hold, 71%. I think this is a little low, the match evaluation. I like this match. This was a good back and forth MMA style match. Clear structure, great intensity. I really like that match. Ken Shamrock advances to the second round. Alberto Del Rio joins Ricky Steamboat and Bobby Fish and gets eliminated. And in our third match, we will see two men who made history as maybe two of the most annoying WWE champions of all time. Two wrestlers who many people thought they did not deserve to win the big one at this stage of their career. I'm talking about Jinder Mahal, the modern day Maharaja, and The Miz. The Miz gained the respect of many people in the last years, but back in 2010 and 11 when he held the gold, many people thought about him in similar fashion as they did with Jinder Mahal, that he didn't deserve to win such a great title and to headline WrestleMania. The A-lister, The Miz, who has improved a lot in the ring in the last years. I would be excited to see another WWE title reign for him, or maybe a reign with the LTV World Heavyweight Championship as he tries to go on to the second round. Jinder Mahal and The Miz in our third match of the night. I am very surprised who will win this match. Here we go. Jinder Mahal already working the arm and hitting a body slam. Jinder Mahal often gets criticized for his very little move set. Let's see what kind of move variation he brings to the table in this one. Snapmare takedown by the A-lister. It's a body slam and Mahal gets thrown out of the ring, but they get back into the ring. Mahal whips into the corner and hitting 3 shoulder blocks to the midsection of the Miz. Knife edge chop. And Mahal is focusing on the left arm of Mizanin here, who keeps on hitting the snapmare. Jinder Mahal with just a stiff clothesline to the back of the Miz's head. Big boot misses, and the Miz, who took a few lessons from the Nature Boy Ric Flair and hitting a lot of knife-edge chops in this match already. No, this is turning into a fist fight. Both men punching each other in the face, shoulder blocked by Mahal. Jinder Mahal wants to add the LTV World title to his impressive last years of his career. He is the stronger, the bigger man in comparison to The Miz. The Miz may be the more, I don't want to say a more intelligent man, but maybe he will have better strategy. Let's see what happens. Big boot by Mahal. And now both men exchanging blows here. Who will win this fist fight here? Both men go down. Both men go down, but The Miz on his feet earlier. Quicker. Front face lock and an elbow in the center of the ring. I was going for sleeper hold, trying to put the Maharaja to sleep, but he escapes by just hitting an elbow to the head of The Miz. Misses with a big boot one more time, and a knife edge chop by The Miz. Body slam by Mahal. Now, and another punch. Not the biggest wrestling classic as you could expect. Clotheslines and a lot of brawling here by both men. This match, Jim Ross might call it bowling shoe ugly, but it's an interesting match. Two similar talented men. I'm really not sure who is the favorite in this one. And side suplex. The Miz tried to go for a bulldog takedown, but Mahal countered and suplexed him to the mat. As 6 minutes have passed here, suplex attempt by The Miz is countered, and Mahal hits a suplex on his own. And he's getting cocky now to generally a very cocky individuals, and a DDT by The Miz as both men lie on the ground. A neck breaker, what a stiff neck breaker by Jinder Mahal, who might have the upper hand at this point in the match. But The Miz able to reverse and to hit a clothesline to the back of the head, and another DDT. Mahal countered the kick, took him down. Will we see the Colossus now? Now The Miz able to hit the skull-crushing finale. Skull-crushing finale and the cover that came out of nowhere. And only a 2 count. Jinder Mahal got countered by The Miz, who now hits these haymakers to the head and takes him down. That skull-crushing finale came out of nowhere, but unable to keep Mahal down for the 3 count, and another clothesline. 8.5 minutes have passed here. Back in the day, a lot of people would have loved to see a time limit draw for this match, just to see both men go, oh man, a big suplex by Jinder Mahal. Both men trying to catch a breath, lying on the ground. The Miz keeps on punching Mahal. Ropes and clothesline. Not a 5-star wrestling match here, but very interesting and hard to predict. But I think The Miz at this point seems to look more and more like the favorite. I would say, but he gets whipped to the corner. Mahal with another clothesline. Charges into the corner. Punches him. 10 minutes. Pass on a suplex, and he suplexes Mahal out of the ring. Maybe you will see the first count out victory here. But remember, we have a 20 count, not a 10 count. This was only a 3 count. So both men should also have a look at the clock. Time is not their friend in this match. You saw what the Dragon and Bobby Fish did early on. We will have a lot of men who won't have opponents in the second round, because we already had quite some time in draws, and we will probably see more of them. And now Mahal with the Colossus in the center of the ring. Is that it? No, the Miz able to kick out the Colossus. Both men hit their finishing maneuver and neither man was able to keep the other one down for a 3 count. And now they're back, staring each other in the face and exchanging right hands and left hands. On what a spinning discus lariat by the Miz. As we have less than 3 minutes to go, the Miz whips into the corner, try to go for a clothesline, but now counted bulldog takedown by Mike Mizanin here. Try to go for the skull-crushing finale, but Mahal takes his head off with that clothesline and goes for the Colossus one more time. The Colossus won the WWF title with that move. And no, WWE title, I would say. The Miz able to kick out one more time. Chicken wing suplex by Jinder Mahal. Less than 2 minutes to go. You don't have time to rest, Jinder. What are you doing? 2 Colossus were not enough. The it kicks by the Miz. The Miz now went for the skull crushing finale one more time, but Mahal is not allowing it. Mahal takes him down. Reverse choke slam. We are in the last minute. Sleeper hold. Will he put him to sleep here? Will we have a time limit draw? No, Mahal is not giving up. 14 minutes and 25 seconds, and the third Colossus. Will this be enough? The third Colossus. And that's over 18 seconds before there would have been the next time limit draw. Mahal was more intelligent than quite some other men in this tournament. He had a look at the clock. He saw, I don't have time anymore. And he hit the third Colossus, and with the third Colossus, he was able to pin Mike Mizanin for the 3 count. A 90% match evaluation. Jinder Mahal wins. The Miz is eliminated from the tournament. And this match was much better than probably everybody expected. In the final minutes, this was a very exciting match. And Jinder Mahal goes on to the next round. And now, as I already mentioned, probably the biggest styles clash ever. Red and yellow, Mr. Immortal, the Immortal, Hulk Hogan, in his vintage outfit, goes on to fight the American Dragon, Daniel Bryan. And who will win this one? Size and strength advantage certainly goes to the Hulkster, but I don't have to explain what Daniel Bryan can do in this ring. Everybody knows that. This will be a very, very interesting match. Let's get it on. Daniel Bryan attacking the arm of the Hulkster. Hulkster with punches. And the brawling that you would expect from Hogan. And he goes for a cover early on after 30 seconds, but Bryan able to kick out. Hulk Hogan spent quite some time in Japan in his career, and as everybody who saw him back then says, he's not as bad in the ring as everybody thinks. If he needs to, he can wrestle a technically sound match, and maybe we will see this today against Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan can do it all. He can brawl, and of course he can do a lot of technical wrestling. Try to go for a Northern Light suplex, but the Hulkster was too strong and was able to counter it into a DDT. As Hogan concentrates on brawling here with big right hands. Daniel Bryan attacking the arm, but no, Hogan going for the arm of Bryan. 2 minutes have passed, both men taking it slow in the early goings of this match, and a back suplex by Hogan. Bryan goes back to the arm. Daniel Bryan can focus on so many body parts. He knows every submission move that has ever been used inside a ring. And he can also exchange right hands with a much bigger man like Hogan, who goes for a powerbomb but gets backdropped by Bryan. Side Russian leg sweep by the Hulkster. And Bryan goes back to the arm one more time. Irish whip reversed, but Bryan holds on to the ropes. Front face lock by Hogan. And an elbow to the back, and a roll-up by Bryan. You call him Mr. Small Package, but he also has other roll-ups in his arsenal. Now the ass kicks against the big pythons, 20-inch pythons. And Bryan wins that exchange with the kicks. And a big boot by Hogan. Big boot. Will we see the leg drop? Will we see the leg drop? There it is. Leg drop. The big boot and the leg drop. But Bryan able to get back his feet, but he's dizzy now. You can see it. He beat Andre the Giant with that move. But Daniel Bryan, this is too early. Bryan is too young and too well trained to be defeated in less than 5 minutes, even if he gets hit by the immortal Hulk Hogan's atomic leg drop. Bryan, but he took quite some abuse with that by taking that move. And now he slams him headfirst to the corner. Stiff moves here by Bryan, who turns up the intensity. But Hogan already able to hit his finishing maneuver. Northern Light suplex by Bryan. Almost the 3 count. Almost, and he's hulking up. Hogan is already hulking up. And he's choking Bryan. He's choking Bryan. 3 count already. Oh, almost the 5 count. Both men have been successful as good guys and as bad guys. And you see the good and evil in both men here at this point. Big boot and the leg drop one more time. Oh, and Bryan. You see these two guys also won't wrestle to a time limit draw. Already after less than 7 minutes, both men almost defeated at one point. The yes kicks, you saw the it kicks in the last match, but these are the original yes kicks by Daniel Bryan. Which Daniel Bryan will we see tonight? The yes lock or the label lock, I'm not sure what to call it when we see it, but now the Night suplex one more time here. Oh no, Hogan able to kick out. This is a much better wrestling match than I expected. Big leg drop. The 3rd leg drop already. The 3rd leg drop. Oh, and Bryan able to kick out. So many near falls here. So many near falls. Hogan with the pile driver to a man who has a series of head injuries, concussions, neck injuries, and another leg drop. You should not hit a pile driver on this man. Daniel Bryan. Still in this match, and the 3rd Northern Light suplex, but Hogan able to reach the bottom rope with his right foot. Belly to belly suplex by Bryan. This is a great main event. And Hogan with the gorilla press demonstrating his strength, slamming into the canvas. Irish whip, and one more time the big boot and the leg drop. This is still not enough. We saw 4 leg drops already in this match. Daniel Bryan refusing to go down, and now the Hulkster with the vertical suplex. 10 minutes have passed. Hogan is catching his breath. The longer this match goes, the advantage will go to Daniel Bryan, who hits the dropkick to the corner, and now the label lock, the yes lock, whatever you wanted to call it. He's choking the Hulkster, but Hogan able to escape and take down by Bryan. And going back to the yes lock, the label lock. Hogan rarely ever tapped out in his career. Double extendable to the back by Hogan. I'm not sure who has the advantage. Both men are getting more and more exhausted. And Daniel Bryan putting the Hulkster on the top rope, going for a superplex. I've rarely ever seen Hulk Hogan taking that move. Superplex by Bryan, the American Dragon, against the Hulkster. The yes kicks, the pythons. Both men exchanging blows here, and what a kick to the head by Bryan. No, Hogan getting up, hitting a lariat on Bryan and collapsing instantly. But he pulls Bryan to the center of the ring, and another Northern Light suplex. No, countered into a DDT. Less than 3 minutes, only 2 minutes left. Another leg drop by Hogan. He goes for the cover and wins the match. Hulkamania lives on. The yes movement is over in the Lemoncookie Classic. 13 minutes and 6 seconds. Hulk Hogan defeats Daniel Bryan. What a match this was. I'm certainly not disappointed. This match was as good as I expected it to be. 86%, it's a fitting match evaluation. Hogan defeats Bryan. We've seen 3-man advance to the second round in this episode. Hulk Hogan, Ken Shamrock, and Jinder Mahal, of course. Daniel Bryan eliminated, The Miz eliminated, Alberto Del Rio eliminated, and via time limit draw also eliminated are Ricky Steamboat and Bobby Fish. In our next episode, we will see the main event between John Cena and Shawn Michaels, the showstopper against Big Match John, and also 3 other matches. I will make sure that this episode will get uploaded pretty soon. See you. Goodbye. Have a nice day. My name is Michael Lemoncookie. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.